Hey guys, Angry Beast here bringing you some Gotham City Imposters gameplay on the map Ace Chemical using I believe this is the Partisan rifle here with the red dot sight and the Gatekeeper is my secondary with the extended mags. I think I have just the standard tough body type with the Horse Healthy first tier perk I think, and Marksman is my second tier perk. I got the motion sensor, which I don't believe I throw down at all, and the grappling hook, which I use once or twice, but this is a nice gameplay here. I'm really starting to get the hang of this game. This is one of my better gameplays I've gotten so far. I believe it ends up being like 16 and 7 or so with this gun, and I really like this setup right here. This is currently my favorite setup in the game. I'm going back and forth between this and the Mighty body type, the Tough and the Mighty, because the Mighty is really good. It really is. It has that high health, which means you can just tear through people, but you're moving at such a slow rate, it seems like it's hard to just get anywhere. So, as I'm starting to learn this game, I figured out this is probably my favorite secondary weapon, this Gatekeeper thing here. It's got a nice 25 round clip without extended mags, and you put extended mags that goes up to like 35, which is really nice. I mean, it's got a good capacity, and it can basically down a heavy in like 1 or 2 clips, and it's overall one of the better weapons in the game in my opinion. As far as my primary weapon goes, you could make a case for extended mags on the Partisan, but it only gives you 2 extra bursts, so I feel like the extra reload time isn't worth it. If you didn't know, extended mags in this game increases your reload speed, and decreases, sorry, makes it so you reload like half the speed, but that's just for balance, and I agree that you shouldn't have extended mags without any reason. I should have noticed that guy in the corner there, and it ends up killing me because they all spawn right here. But you live and you learn. I mean, sometimes people just blend into walls or AFK, and this gun right here, the Partisan rifle, is probably my current favorite primary weapon in the game. At one point, I was really liking the Shredder light machine gun, but I feel that has such a slow movement speed that it's not worth it, in my opinion. And its low damage is really one of its downfalls. But this thing is insanely high damage. It does like 45 damage per each burst of each shot in the burst. So if you get all shots to connect, it ends up being something like 135 points of damage, which can kill a Speedy instantly, and it can almost kill a Nimble instantly. So it's a very high damage weapon, and it is very effective at even close to medium range, and especially at long range with its red dot sight. Get a lot of accuracy behind it, and that's what I like. It reminds me a lot of the FAMAS from Modern Warfare 2. I don't know what it is about burst fire weapons, but they always seem to have the draw for me. Now the Gatekeeper is another interesting weapon. It's probably the highest damage submachine gun in the game. I mean, there's only 2. It's this or the Desperado, and I like it, but I don't know. At times it seems to fail me because it's got such a long reload time with extended mag. It's not even funny. I keep going back and forth with it with penetrator ammo and extended mags on it, and I have to say the extended mag is overall more useful. But when it takes that long to reload the weapon, I think it takes close to 4 or 5 seconds with it. At least that's what it feels like, and there's no sleight of hand in this game. Sometimes they'll end up killing you more than you'll end up killing people for you. But that all comes down to map navigation and stuff, and I still haven't gotten that down perfectly yet. So I'm using the motion sensor here. I don't use it too often, but when I do remember to use it, it's a very, very powerful piece of equipment. You throw it down, and basically within its really large radius, anyone who's not using the Wallflower perk, which I find is very few people actually use that perk, you're gonna basically, they're gonna show up on your radar as a constant red dot, and that's really nice. I mean, being able to have that constant notification on where the enemies are is huge in this game, and especially any first-person shooter. Map awareness is your #1 advantage, and the motion sensor really gives it. There's a lot of verticality in this game. You'll see that coming up right here. I mean, there's little spots like up there that I never would have thought you could get up to, but I see a whole bunch of guys going up there too, so I decided to follow them up. So the ability to have that knowledge on where the enemy team is very useful. I mean, there's also a kill streak called Eagle Eye, which basically functions like a blackbird. You get to see all the enemies on your map for I believe 10-15 seconds or so. Maybe it's longer, but it's really nice, and it really gives you that edge in gunfights if you know exactly where the enemy is at real time. It's not like the motion sensor or heartbeat sensor in Call of Duty, where it's slowly ticking across. It's a constant thing. So if they're in the radius of your motion sensor, they're going to be a constant dot on your radar. which is interesting for balance. I don't know how real balanced it actually ends up being. I haven't run into it too often, but I guess it's kind of like the tagging thing where it's like you're constantly on the radar after you get tagged for like 15, 30 seconds or so. But I feel that this game has really good balance. I mean, not constantly getting killed by the same thing over and over again, unless you go into a fumigation match and you're constantly going to get killed by these people with jackhammers and mighties. But in a team deathmatch scenario, I think a lot of the stuff in this game is quite balanced. You don't run into too many people using some that I consider overpowered. I haven't run into anybody really going crazy overpowered on me. But if I were to recreate this class, it'd probably have the penetrator ammo on the primary instead of the red dot sight because armor is so prevalent in this game. That guy right there has armor. I'd say about half the people in the game use body armor simply because it is an obvious choice. Everybody likes having a little bit extra health and can really save your life in a lot of gunfights. But I find that other than body armor, there's a lot of more useful things. You got the grenades, which can basically instant kill almost anybody, and you have tomahawks and hatchets and stuff that can also pretty much instantly kill people. So I find that there isn't too much use for body armor in this game, but a lot of people like to use the body armor. So penetrator ammo basically renders body armor useless, so that can be a very, very useful attachment. Probably the second most useful attachment, I think, besides extended mags. On a lot of guns, extended mags is better, simply because they have low capacity already. But anyways, guys, it's a nice little gameplay. I went 16 and 7 with 6 assists using Partisan rifle. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am Angry Beast, and I'm signing out.